What's happening, everybody? Ramdean and Black with you, chatting about UFC Fight Night that went down in Mexico City, the lightweight encounter between Tony Ferguson and the former lightweight champion, Rafael dos Anjos. It was Tony Ferguson getting the unanimous decision nod, and I know a lot of people thought going into round 4, it might have been 2 rounds apiece. I had it 1 round for RDA, and I thought maybe there might have been another round, but I felt that when you look at the bulk of the fight, the 25 full minutes, it was Tony Ferguson's fight. Yes, there's times where he gave opportunities, it felt, to RDA, but it's like, I don't care. I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna hurt you. Yep. I'm just gonna keep moving forward. Why did Tony Ferguson, why was he able to have this type of performance?
There's a lot of things that he's doing different than a lot of people. If you're doing one thing different, that's cool, but he's doing almost everything different. He's built the entire structure of his game outside the lines of what everybody else's game, or that root game that everybody's been playing. He's built his game coloring outside the lines of that. And that involves being relaxed, it involves being loose, because when you get hit, I mean, we see him get hit and he takes it different because, and there are a million ways you can look at this fight from a technical standpoint, but if you just start at 30,000 feet, look at the way that RDA is standing, and look at the way that Tony Ferguson is standing. There's massive differences. We're starting from a root different expression. They're playing different games. And Ferguson's freedom, Ferguson's ability to play, like I said, outside those lines and to do things different. And then, you know, RDA and most fighters of this nature threaten up, they threaten down. They threaten the leg, they threaten the other leg. You come around, you come around. Tony is painting all over these different lines. So when your eyes, if you hold something up and show all these different looks at your own face, start to think about that. And what you're looking for is patterns. You're looking for things to catch what he's doing. And it's all so random, so seemingly random, that you can't catch on to it. That's the different game. And these guys are playing it. And you know, he's the first of 3 from this weekend. There may be even more. But with this change in technology, Tony Ferguson and RDA is very similar at its root before the changes to Conor McGregor and Eddie Alvarez, which is very similar to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Tyron Woodley. Yeah. You have a new technology against the tried and true.
For Ferguson, though, does he rely on his durability, on his toughness? Because there's times we saw, yes, he's free, he's smooth, he's loose, but he still gets caught. He ends up closing distance, and he's very, very close, and he doesn't throw a technique, and RDA didn't throw a technique. What happens during those times when you get somebody that is able to hurt you?
If you're loose and if you're light on your feet, you know, do you ever really see him take the clean one?
Right.
And that was the same truth about McGregor, although he ate a lot of right hands. That's probably something that he has changed as well. But if you're loose and you're moving your head and you're never stable, this thing that we've seen, that Matt Hughes, it's stuck around for a long time. George St. Pierre sort of slightly leveled that up from that, and then guys like RDA leveled it up from that, but it's really in the same thing. These guys are doing something different, you know, and they're improvising and they're innovating, and you have to find the answer now. And the answer isn't necessarily, well, better wrestling, better boxing. It may have to be coloring outside the lines, but it may also have to be simplification. So this is going to be something, a dynamic we're going to watch. We called it the movement a couple of years back. It's already different than that now.
I would have to imagine with 9 victories in a row that Tony Ferguson's certainly at the top of the list when it comes to a possible title shot at 155 pounds.